Hi, welcome back, or thanks for watching. This is my attempt at making a few videos in my little set in the forest here. Got some necessary items. Now, a couple things. First of all, yesterday or the previous video, I had said that the videos would comprise of 3 parts. An idea, a person, and a thing. Well, the previous video got so wrapped up I forgot about the person and the thing part, but I hope you'll forgive me. It's a learning curve for sure, and that's it. And so we're gonna proceed. Something else that I should mention. There's a concept that that I have, that everyone has, but maybe you just don't realize it. It's the concept of good enough. You might be thinking, who the heck is this guy, and why does he think he could do this talking? And I have an answer, kind of a justification. So let's for a second pretend that we're not talking about what I'm talking about. Let's pretend that we're talking about mathematics. Well, there's a lot of people that spend their entire careers studying and advancing mathematics, and they know an awful lot about mathematics. They've contributed tremendously to the world. Herb Gross is one of them. If you want to find some other videos that are kind of interesting, they're definitely on the topic of mathematics, but if you search on YouTube and you look for Herb Gross, MIT math, you watch a couple of his videos that are made in the 60s or the 50s, they're fantastic, and Herb certainly knows a lot about math, no question. Now, I know a fair bit of math, but nowhere at the level of Herb Gross or lots of other people. But my point is that everybody knows enough. So you know enough math, enough arithmetic, that you can go to the grocery store, do whatever, make sure you're getting paid adequately, or that you're happy, and that's good enough for today, for tomorrow, for your whole life, for my whole life. Heck, that's enough. But there's more to the story. And in the same sense that good enough with math is, well, it's good enough. Well, some of these things I'm talking about, they'll have further ideas, and there's people that spend their entire careers and lives studying them and being intellectual on it and all that stuff, having published works. But I'm going to try to stick with the good enough part of the story. So I thought I'd try to explain that, and I don't know if I did a great job, but that's my explanation. Now, on to what I talked about or promised. People. Okay. I'm going to talk about a person that's I think is kind of awesome, or an event that in my life that demonstrated this is awesome. This goes back a long time ago to high school. So I was in grade 12, and as a high school, I was like senior year in high school. It was a fairly large school, or medium school by some people's standards, but there was about 1,200 students. And of course our school had a rival school. And the previous week to this occurrence, I had been at the rival school and made some not friends. So then brings us forward to the Friday night dance at my school. And so it was business as usual at the dance. There was a lot of people there. It was pretty crowded. This was in the 80s. And it was fun. So I'm leaving the dance and going somewhere, I forget exactly where. And as I was leaving, a group of people from the rival high school, who I had made not friends with the previous week, were impeding my progress, intervening, making threats, bodily harm. I was kind of nervous, and it was pretty bad, because and maybe I deserved what I had coming. But anyway, just when I was beginning to lose hope on salvation, this guy, his voice pipes up, taps everybody on the shoulder, and says, "My name's Jimmy." His name's Jimmy Whalen, City, Nova Scotia. "My name's Jimmy. And this guy here, Bruce, that's me, Bruce, in case I forgot to mention it. Bruce, he's a talker. And you might notice, well, maybe I'm a talker. He's the talker. I was known in the school as being the talker. Heck, I was a prime minister in model parliament. I was the talker. So Jimmy steps forward and says, this guy, he's the talker. If you want to talk, you can talk to him. But just so that you know, my name's Jimmy, and I'm the fighter. And if you want to fight, let's fight. I'm ready. I'm here. Enough said. And then he turned to me and said, okay, you can leave. So I'm not necessarily the bravest person in the world. So I departed. I thought that was the best thing to do. So we're in these videos. I'd promised that I'd talk about a person that I thought was awesome. Well, in that context, Jimmy was awesome, and I'm forever indebted to this guy. Thank you very much, Mr. Whalen. That's it. So, and the other thing I said I'd talk about is a thing. A thing I think is good. Okay. Something that I do a lot of is biking. I do a lot of mountain biking now because when you mountain bike, you're going slower. I apologize for maybe some audio intrusion here. There's some activity in the forest. Anyway, I like mountain biking because you go slow, you still fall, but you're falling slower. Although I do have some falls that are broken a few bones. Okay. Anyway, so something that is very good, very useful, very important is this. Okay. This is a Fox Proframe full face mountain bike helmet offering abundance of protection to your head. So this is a good thing. So if you're biking, you're mountain biking, wear a helmet. If you're biking, wear a helmet. Doesn't have to be necessarily the full face protection, but wear a helmet. In the last 15 years, I can count probably 15 or more times where had I not been wearing a helmet, the outcome would have been not good. Okay. Now, we'll get to the meat and bones of this. The idea. So yesterday, the word that I left you with, or the previous video, was more. More is the economic concept that human beings have an ever-expanding set of wants and needs. Things you need, things you want, and it's always getting bigger. For everybody, everyone's at a different point, so their idea of bigger is bigger. So right now, Elon Musk, he wants more. He wants Twitter. Madness. I want more. It's usually more ice cream, which, geez, I should give that up, but I need a sin. Okay. More. More is like gravity. Gravity is what holds us to the ground, and in the world of economics and human advancement, this idea of more and desire is the motivation, the ambition, the impetus that keeps things going. Okay. Now, the economic world. We're going to talk about three entities that exist within the economic world. The first entity that exists is, if you can read this, people. People. So in the economics textbook, people is kind of referred to as the individual. And the individual's role is, they want more, one. The other one is you want to maximize what they call in the books utility, but really it's, you just want to have fun. Enjoy yourself. So enjoying yourself is a balance between spending your time doing productive things and earning, and spending other parts of your time in recreation, whatever that may be. It's different for different people. Okay. If you work too much, then you have lots of money, but you don't have any fun. And if you spend all your time having fun, then you don't have dinner. Your family doesn't have dinner. That's not good, because you want dinner. You want the necessities of life is necessary. That's why they're called necessities, because they're necessary. Okay, so it's this balance between work and play. That's important. That's individuals. That's what you do. That's what people do. Now, in our society, or all societies really, there's another entity. That's called my book board here. That's called the they call that the firm, not the farm. The firm, the business, the enterprise. Enterprise exists for one purpose. That is to make profit. That's all. Soulless, heartless, merciless pursuit of profit. So that's our second entity. The first entity was the individual, the people. So the people want to have fun and enjoy things and have satisfy all their needs. The firm wants to make profit. Okay, so profit is good, firms are good, that's it. Too much of anything, not necessarily great. There you go. So that's going to bring us to the third entity that exists in our society, which is, I'm pretty sure you can guess this one. Everybody knows. Government. Government exists in our society. Okay, now I'm going to go back a page here. So the people, the individuals, they want to have lots of fun. Fun, which will, another word for fun, utility. Utility. People want to have fun. Now, the firm exists for the sole purpose of profit. Okay. So if you are an individual and you stop pursuing fun, pursuing utility, well, that's not good. You're not doing your job. And really, it doesn't happen. Okay? You walk around the street, walk through your neighborhood, walk through your area, observe people around you, and you're going to notice everyone's pursuing some version of fun. They're either actively engaged in fun, or they're doing an activity that's going to help them have fun later. Okay. Businesses, profit. When the leader of a business or the owner of a business or a business sort of forgets what their task is in the world, that's when that business is going to run into trouble. Okay. A business exists for profit. Profit now, profit in the future. Talk about short-term planning, long-term planning, all this stuff, but the ultimate goal, profit. That's it, period. Okay? They're not there for making friends, they're not there to save the world. They're there to make money. That's it. Well, if you happen to be in a society where the money's a thing, but if you live in a world where, yeah, money. Okay. Now, government. What is the role of government? Government's role in a textbook answer, the role of government is to maximize the welfare in society. That's it. So if the government sets the rules, so if the government forgets that businesses are there to make money and people are there to have fun, then they let the people run amok, which, remember, yes, the previous video I said that you can pursue more as long as you're not impinging on someone else's quest for enough. And the businesses, the firms, they're going to pursue profit because that's what they do. You know, no surprise, a business is going to work within the rules that exist, or even pushing up against the rules or on the other side of the rules, as long as they can get away with it, try to make profit. That's the goal. Now, government, what do? The government's job is to maximize the welfare of society. Okay? So welfare of society, we could say welfare is a function of, you know, businesses are happy when they're making money, and people are happy when they're happy, okay? When they're maximizing their utility. So it's the government's job to do things and to implement rules in order to maximize the welfare, the well-being of the whole shooting match. That is the government's job. And all this works pretty well as long as everybody remembers and works towards these goals. So the government has to remember that it's their job to maximize the welfare of society. So if you stop a political leader, the president of the nation, or the prime minister, or heck, whoever, say, hey, what's your job? And they might get into some long blah 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 answer about something, or they'll probably brush you off. That's what they tend to do. But if they know that their job is to maximize the welfare and the well-being of everyone and everything within their sphere of influence, poof, that's when things are going well. Now, in further videos, we're going to have a little bit more of a drill down on this and discuss it, because it's really important. The role of government, that's important, very important, because what happens is that businesses, unfettered, they're going to do whatever. They just want to make profit. And people are people. You're going to do tomorrow what you're going to do. I mean, you're going to try to improve. You're going to try to do a bunch of stuff, but really, you want to maximize your utility. So these are the competing interests. They're complementary interests, but they're also competing interests. So we're going to get into a little bit of detail on the role of government, because it is very, very important. And one of the questions that I'm going to be looking at a bit later is this question of, geez, why doesn't the government just act like us in our house? I mean, if these rules apply in our house and we do this with our bank book and all this stuff, why doesn't the government do that? Well, there's an answer to that question, and I'm going to be working on supplying that answer. There you go. And other than that, I hope that you find this amusing, really, because remember, I'm an individual in society. I just want to have fun, and so are you, and you want to have fun. So if you're finding this fun, great. If you're watching on YouTube or whatever, I hope that you can leave a comment, explain why I'm wrong, or you can do whatever you're supposed to do. But thank you very much. Enjoy your day. Bye now. And remember, wear your helmet, and thank you, Jimmy Whalen. Bye now.